Do they tabletop and shit here too when they do that?
I can only wish.
I think.
I would hope.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, when they do these stories, with the feel of the Victorian age. So they're older stories. They don't. It's not like the Freddy Krueger.
No,
shit
no.
stuff,
It's
right?
like
yeah. It's more traditional. But the neat thing is, back in the day, the whole art of telling ghost stories at Christmas Eve. That's what they did to entertain, because they didn't have social media. They didn't have the internet. They didn't have the movies. And that's what they do at Christmas, because you gather the family, right?
Under the tree, pagan ritual.
Yeah.
Do a little dance.
And that's what they do here.
Summon some demons.
Lucifer, whatever works. Sure. And the next story is, do you want me to do this?
Whereabouts? Right here?
Yeah, the next story I got from desertnews.com by Jeffrey Peterson. And then this
long-ass story.
Okay, well,
seriously. Okay, we'll read. Okay.
But it is cool because it explains what we just kind of intro.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go for it.
Jeffrey Peterson, published on December 23rd, 2010, at 12 a.m. Dun, 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 dun. While reading a list of all the modern Christmas traditions that were either borrowed from pagan winter festivals, or invented by the English during the mid-19th century, it's remarkable to see how little Christmas has changed over the past 160 years.
I feel old.
Yes. People still send Christmas cards, decorate evergreen trees, go door-to-door caroling, and stuff stockings with candy. Not cool. No. Christmas, at least in most Americans, well, let's say North America, celebrate it, really is a product of Victorian England. In the last few decades, though, perhaps one of the most interesting Victorian Christmas traditions has been almost completely lost from memory. Whenever 5 or 6 English-speaking people meet around a fire on Christmas Eve, they start telling each other ghost stories, wrote British humorist Jerome K. Jerome. Jerome K. Jerome.
Well, that's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. As a part of his introduction to an anthology of Christmas ghost stories.
It's like he's got a stutter. Anyway,
I know.
I'm Jerome.
I'm Jerome K. Jerome. Jerome. Told after supper in 1891, nothing satisfies us on Christmas Eve but to hear each other tell authentic anecdotes about specters. Oh, Spectre! We know Spectre. Yeah. The practice of gathering around the fire on Christmas Eve to tell ghost stories was much a part of Christmas for the Victorian English as Santa Claus is for us. Traces of this now forgotten tradition occasionally appear in noticeable places at Christmas time, although their significance is generally overlooked.
What's his name? Spectre.
One verse of Andy Williams' classic Christmas song, "It's the most wonderful time of the year," for instance, clearly says there'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. I don't know that particular lyric, but the most obvious example of how Victorian ghost stories have persisted to some degree in modern Christmas celebrations, however, is of course Charles Dickens.
Of course, that is a ghost story. That's not Christmas. I mean, that's kind of
a Christmas Carol. Yeah, I know. Really, yeah. Some argue that Dickens' Christmas ghost stories single-handedly saved the winter holiday from dying out during the Industrial Revolution. I'm eating my hair again. At a time when England was no longer celebrating Christmas. Dickens reintroduced many centuries-old traditions with his instant holiday classic. It has become so much a part of Christmas in its various film adaptations and theatrical versions that people don't even wonder why Dickens chose, of all things, 4 spectral visitors to bring out Ebenezer Scrooge, transformation from a miserly curmudgeon to a selfless philanthropist. Isn't there something inherently unseasonable about ghosts? Don't ghosts belong with all the ghouls and goblins of Halloween? Not so for Victorian England. There must be something ghostly in the air on Christmas, something about the close, muggy atmosphere that draws up the ghosts like the dampness of summer rain brings out the frogs and snails. For ghost stories to be told on any other evening than the evening of the 24th of December would be impossible in English society as a present regulated, Jerome wrote. He continues, so what is it about Christmas that goes so well with ghosts? Such a question inevitably brings up the issue of why we celebrate Christmas in December at all. Well, why don't you tell them why we celebrate Christmas in December?
Why, yes, I will.
Keep down that chattering!
As Lord Protector of England during the mid-17th century, Puritan leader Oliver Cromwell was perhaps not entirely without justification when he tried to abolish the celebration of Christmas.
Abolish Christmas? That is like blasphemy.
Blasphemy.
Yeah.
Yeah. As he argued, nowhere in the Bible does it tell Christians to celebrate Christ's birth on the 25th of December, nor, in fact, does it mention any holy day other than the Lord's Sabbath.
Black Sabbath.
On top... Devil horns. On top of that, the 25th of December was not an arbitrary choice for early Christians. Rather, it was selected because of its connection to pagan festivals like Yule and Sol Invictus, the birthday of the unconquered sun.
Wasn't just Cromwell. Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate Christmas either.
That's true.
For the same reason.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Both of which commemorated the winter solstice, or the longest night of the year. These festivals celebrated the death of light and its subsequent rebirth the following day. And then it's with Halloween, it's said to be that the veil is thinner to the other side, right? Yeah.
All Hallows Eve. Yeah.
And that these festivals celebrated the death of light. Oh, I said that part.
Did you?
I did.
Symbolic?
It was
Romans, Northern Europeans?
One of everybody. It was for the obvious symbolic connotations that early Christians adopted dates significant to pagan Romans and Northern Europeans. Mm-hmm. In addition to being the longest night of the year, however, winter solstice was also traditionally held to be the most haunted due to its association with death of the sun and light. No, I'll stop right there.
That's that.
Thank you, Mr. Bus Driver.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Right.
It was this is why we need the Pound Lounge right about now.
I know. That's why. And alcohol.
That is why.
I know.
It was the one night of the year when the barrier between the worlds of the living and the deceased was the thinnest. The thin veil, I guess.
Yeah.
On Christmas Eve, ghosts could walk the earth and finish unsettled business, as exemplified by the apparition of Marley in Charles Dickens' Christmas masterpiece. In short, the Victorian Christmas celebration, which drew heavily on pagan symbols like Yule logs, holly berries, and Father Christmas himself, also embraced the winter's holidays associations with the supernatural to create one of the most popular annual traditions. And unfortunately, of all the traditions and rituals that have survived through the generations, the Victorian custom of recounting blood-curdling ghost stories with friends and family around the fire on Christmas Eve have almost been completely forgotten. So it says if you decide to watch the others, The Sixth Sense, this Christmas Eve instead of How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
The cartoon
You'll be keeping a live Victorian Christmas tradition.
I know.
Scaring the shit out of your relatives. That's like the gift that keeps on giving.
That's the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, I know. Cool. Ooh, burr.
I guess that's really about it for the history.
Yeah, I was just looking at the last
storytelling.
thing there about Hugh and Jack.
Oh, there's actually the actual what's been seen around here. I put down, right?
Yeah.
But Hugh and Jack actually still remaining with the house.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nowhere can I actually find anything in writing about Gertie being so present in the house. Just what been telling us today. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, if you want to read about
Hugh and Jack MacDonald still remain. Otherworldly occurrences that have been witnessed, as reported by Matthew Comas, author of the 2014 book Haunted Winnipeg, Ghost Stories from the Heart of the Continent. With Dalnavert, sometimes there are beings heard like footsteps when no one else is in the building, or the old kitchen stove door is slamming. Comas says there is also a strong smell of tobacco smoke, even though there hasn't been any smoking allowed in the building for decades now. Be careful on the stairs, though. There have been reports of a presence in the house that makes herself known with a waft of perfume.
Oh,
well, there we go.
So that part, yeah.
And be careful on the stairs, too, because you can kill yourself on those things.
That's right.
They're like
people can hurt themselves when they fall downstairs.
Yeah.
Like break two ribs.
Yeah. And
no, right there.
You want to see the video of the chest tube coming out?
Well, she wants to.
Yeah. Wouldn't bother me, but you're putting it in is the more interesting part when they have to pop through that. Oh. Ghosty. God. A puppy. That's not a puppy. That's a small.
That's three puppies. That's three puppies.
That's three puppies. Or a small cow.
Put a saddle on that guy.
My Little Pony. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
One other thing I wanted to mention, again, this is Giving Up the Ghost with Jas and Sher. We know everything about nothing and nothing about everything.
Always.
We're podcasting on a Saturday afternoon, even though Saturday night is all right for podcasting.
I know. Not today, though.
Next time, for sure. Rain check.
Yeah.
We want to give a quick shout out. Thank you so much to Jeff at Floodway Printing and all the guys at Floodway.
Good job.
My God, our shirts are amazing. We have shirts for sale, $12 a pop. If you care to get one now because they're flying off the shelves. And they're beautiful shirts. And if this goes on, we'll get different styles, blah, blah, blah. Thanks to the amazing artistic... Shut up! The amazing artistic of Cher.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank
her
you.
Beautiful Spectre and all her hard work. We'd also like to thank Galaxy Printing for the beautiful banner that we have for today for Doors Open Winnipeg 2019. Again, we still want to thank Michaela D. Van Cancelos for being a good friend to the show and helping us out and coming on. Hopefully, if you need any help with contacting your loved ones in the next world, please consider giving Michaela a call. We highly recommend her. She is the real deal. Next shout out cred. We should call it Scream Out. Because we're
Scream
ghosts.
Outs, yeah, we're
so
Screaming
shout
Out.
out, Scream Out.
Out.
Our next Scream Out goes to, we interviewed Kristen last night from Square Pig
that
Tours.
was excellent.
Can't wait. We're going to be doing more with her in the future. In the jail.
We were in jail.
We were in jail.
It was inevitable.
Again,
Yeah, I know.
shit happens.
I know.
And we thank her for taking the time from her precious, busy, crazy, hectic schedule
Yes.
to meet with us. It was great. Awesome interview.
Very good.
That'll be coming out in a few weeks. Tomorrow, me and Jen, hopefully Cher can make it.
Yeah, I'll see.
Jen's going to
She's
batter up.
going to stand in for me.
Yeah,
She's gonna
but
be a
not
bitch
replacing
hitter.
you.
No.
She's going to come with me to the Walker. We go to the Walker tomorrow, so this will be on the next episode in the next few weeks. And who else did I want to give cred to? And Mel G. Mel G.
And
What? Oh, Thomas?
Yes.
Yes. Well, first Mel G for her interview.
Oh, yeah, Mel G, that was
After
good.
death communication,
Very, very
Mel,
good to
you're more
share.
than welcome here anytime. Thank you so much. You're very gracious in everything that you've been through, considering it's just a life-altering experience losing somebody dear so close. And it's nice that he's still giving you signs from the other side, so we love to hear that. Welcome anytime, especially when you want to
visit,
come on.
yeah.
Come to the Pod Lounge, now by bike, because we know you're so close.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then we'll
Gonna
get you home somehow.
We'll get stumble
We'll
home.
pour you home.
Yeah, pour you.
And of course to Thomas and all his wonderful staff here at the Dalnavert Museum. What a beautiful experience this was.
Lovely. Beautiful building.
There were a lot of people, not too many people, ghost stories. We have some contacts that we'll be contacting in the future, and we will hunt you down. We'll find you.
We will stalk you.
We will
silently.
find you. Get your stories. So again, we will sign off at this point because Cher's ride is
just arrived.
and she's going to have to jump into the car
And jump and run and go party.
As we say, live every day like it is your last.
But never